Hey, you doing? I'm Callan and this is Slapped Ham. This is part 2 of the scariest video clips of 2024. There is a link to part 1 in the description box down below there, so if you haven't seen that yet, bookmark that for later, but in the meantime, sit back, relax, and enjoy. These first 2 videos were posted to the TikTok account Hotel Juchi Tepec, a channel run by a hotel in Mexico. In the first clip, the camera holder says that she was told that a person could be seen in room number 30, despite the fact that it was vacated earlier that morning.
Y no hay nadie, yo misma fui a ventilar esa habitación. Y ahorita que voy pasando por acá me doy cuenta que si es cierto se ve.
There appears to be something visible.
¿Quién se estuviera asomando en la ventana?
However, it could just simply be a reflection or an object inside of the room, not necessarily a person.
Y sigue ahí viéndose.
To be sure, the camera holder decides to take a closer look. Keep an eye on the window.
Aquí más cerquita. Sí, miren, ahí se ve, se alcanza a ver una cara, unos ojos.
There now appears to be a strange face peering through the glass.
Unos ojos. Sí, miren, ahí se ve, se alcanza a ver una cara, unos ojos. Vamos a ver.
Still not convinced, the camera holder makes her way up the stairs. Yet this time, as she looks through the window, the face can no longer be seen.
Aquí ya no se ve nada, a lo mejor por el reflejo de la luz.
Just to be sure, the woman enters the room and searches the space.
Aquí está la cama, porque esta es una habitación pequeña.
However, there doesn't seem to be anyone there.
Y aquí está la tele, donde estábamos, donde se supone que se veía, pero no se ve nada.
Suddenly, there's a loud bang.
Porque estoy... ¡Ay!
Unfortunately, this is where the footage ends and we're left to wonder what it is that made the noise. Several people who have watched the clip have suggested the face in the window might simply be a case of pareidolia. Still, it seems strange that more than one person saw it. So what do you think it is? Is the mysterious face again? Let me know what you think it is in the comments down below.
Sí, miren, ahí se ve, se alcanza a ver una cara, unos ojos. Vamos a ver.
Reddit user MLM525K recently experienced a chilling and emotional shock after an unexpected discovery on Google Maps. While casually searching for their deceased mother's old home, they stumbled upon something truly eerie. A recent image showing what appears to be their late mother standing in the front yard. According to the Reddit post, the OP's mother passed away back in 2012. However, when they looked up her old address on Google Maps, they were startled to see a woman who bears a striking resemblance to their mother peering over some items left in the front yard. The image is listed as being taken just 2 years ago, long after her passing. The discovery has left the OP and many other Reddit users puzzled, raising questions about what could have caused such a strange and unsettling occurrence. Could it just be a simple glitch or an outdated image mistakenly labelled as recent? Or could there be more to this mysterious sighting? Love to hear your thoughts on this eerie photograph in the comments down below. A peculiar piece of home security footage has captured the internet's attention after being uploaded to Reddit by user Elizabeth Greengirl88. The clip, which seems innocent at first glance, shows the user's husband taking out the trash in their backyard. But upon closer inspection, something unsettling can be seen lurking just behind him. While the footage may be difficult to decipher initially, brightening the video reveals a misty, translucent shape drifting near the husband. The unsettling sight left the husband so spooked he sworn off taking the trash out at night time ever again. The OP shared that an elderly man used to live in the house before they moved in and sadly passed away on the property. Adding to the eeriness, the farm on which the house sits is surrounded by isolated farmland, with no logical explanation for the mysterious mist. To make things even stranger, the user noted that a woman was murdered just across the road before they moved into the area. The Reddit post also reveals that both Elizabeth and her husband experienced strange emotions and unexplainable feelings around the house. She describes sudden waves of depression and the feeling of always being watched, which don't align with anything going on in their lives. "We quit smoking years ago, so it's not cigarette smoke," she assured viewers in the post. Rural homes often carry with them layers of history, and isolated farmhouses like this one are no exception. With a previous resident who passed away on site and a murder in the area, it's easy to understand why the current homeowners feel unnerved by this misty figure. In a viral clip that's taken TikTok by storm, Melina Zunda, a Brazilian woman from Novo Trinto, recorded herself celebrating Mother's Day when something truly eerie happened. While she was happily showing off a dessert and a gift from her son, a shocking moment was caught on camera that she didn't notice until 2 days later. See if you can spot it.
Amei. E agora vamos provar. Eu sou, tipo assim, viciada nesse brigadeiro dela.
In the background, visible in the mirror's reflection, a pale face appears seemingly staring directly at Melina. The face looks as if someone's standing right in front of her, but no one else was there at the time. The video has quickly racked up over 3 million views on TikTok, with viewers eager to find a rational explanation. Some speculated that the face might be a reflection of a TV or photo hanging on the wall. However, in a follow-up clip, Melina clarified that there's no TV in front of her, and what some thought might be a photo is actually a print of the Beatles, which looks nothing like the figure in the mirror. Moreover, the print is positioned at a different angle, ruling out this as a cause. Melina also shared that there's only a backyard behind where she was filming, no wall or screen that could explain the appearance of the face.
E ali é mato, como vocês podem ver.
At the time of the recording, her husband and son were at home, but neither were in the immediate area. Many viewers are convinced that the face in the mirror is a ghostly apparition, suggesting that the mirror itself could be haunted. Others, however, believe it might be a trick of the light or a reflection from an unknown source. Despite numerous theories, the video leaves unanswered questions. Who or what is this mysterious figure in the reflection? And is the mirror haunted or somehow cursed? A mysterious piece of footage has surfaced over on Instagram, uploaded by user Paranoid Normal, showing something strange happening at a church. Take a look. Watching that again, the door to the church slowly opens, and then a strange, misty figure drifts through the entrance. Moments later, the figure seems to exit the church, and the door gently closes behind it. Some viewers speculate that perhaps a gust of wind caused the door to open. However, that doesn't quite explain the eerie ghost-like mist seen floating by. So, what exactly is being caught on camera here then? Is it just an odd coincidence, or could it be something more supernatural? The mystery remains unsolved. In this first bizarre snippet, shared by Reddit user JM Godinez13, a seemingly inexplicable moment was caught on camera. Take a look. It can be hard to see at first, but if you zoom in at around the 5-second mark in the video, the woman suddenly experiences an unprovoked movement of her hair. One user jokingly commented on the size of the cross on the wall, suggesting they might need a bigger one. So what do you think's been caught in this bizarre video? Could it be a cheeky poltergeist? Or is there another explanation, like a draft? Love to hear your thoughts in the comments down below.
I think my room is haunted and
TikTok user Leslie Janet has been sharing her suspicions that her bedroom might be haunted, and some eerie clips have left her followers wondering the same. In the first short video, her bedroom door can be seen slowly opening, seemingly all on its own. She claims this sort of thing happens often, along with strange noises she regularly hears in the room.
He's in there for 10 more years, before, I guess, from midnight till 4 a.m. with bruises everywhere. Another writes, I felt that if I stayed there any longer, I too would have... Luckily,
But things get even creepier in this next post. While filming a makeup tutorial, something odd happens. Watch.
it's a legend that she tends to take kids. And if you guys haven't seen my story about my mom here in the Llorona, you guys can watch it. And to be honest, I would be traumatized if I would have saw her.
Slowed down, the footage reveals the strange moment in more detail, leaving many viewers spooked. So is there something paranormal lurking in her bedroom? The strange occurrences have certainly sparked speculation.
Start whimpering, or you would hear "I me see holes," meaning "oh my kids." And it's a legend that story about my mom here in the Llorona. You guys can watch it. And to be honest, I would be traumatized if I would have saw her.
For some years now, Tesla drivers have been reporting that their cars are detecting people that aren't there, spurring a slew of theories that the high-tech vehicles are able to see ghosts. This next eerie encounter was captured by TikTok user My Wacky Tease. While driving through a local cemetery in their Tesla, the onboard safety features begin to detect something odd.
Look! There's a lot of people here. This one hasn't even...
Things get even stranger when further down the road, the Tesla detects someone on a motorbike. Watch what happens. The driver finds a small motorbike figurine placed on a nearby grave, right where the car was detecting a bike. While previous so-called Tesla ghost sightings can be brushed off as vague and possible technical glitches, this encounter is oddly specific. So, could this be the real deal? Love to hear your thoughts on this one in the comments down below.
Okay, watch this, y'all. This man...
In this clip, uploaded to the TikTok account The Paraworld, we see a rather creepy scene unfolding.
He constantly looking back, right? He's talking to somebody, right?
The security footage shows what looks like a guard talking to a person that isn't there.
Look, having a whole conversation with somebody, right? Saying that somebody came and he dapping that person off and everything. Now see?
First, he turns to talk to the person. Then he even stands up and appears to fist bump them.
Saying that somebody came and he dapping that person off and everything. Now see?
Next, the guard pulls out the chair next to him and looks as though he invites the invisible person to sit down.
He swore to God he sat there and had a whole conversation with this person. He moved over talking to him and everything.
If you look closely, you can even see a shadow on the floor.
He dapped him off. You see that shadow? And then the shadow goes over here and he pulling the chair out for him.
The security guard then appears to continue his conversation with this mysterious invisible entity.
He moved over talking to him and everything.
Several viewers thought that the guard must have been interacting with a ghost. Another said the video made her wonder if she too had ever unknowingly interacted with a spirit during the course of her life. Have you or someone you know ever experienced something similar? I'd love to hear your stories and experiences in the comments down below.
He swore to God he sat there and had a whole conversation with this person. He moved over talking to him and everything.
This dude's actually just...
This next clip from TikTok user Nuthead Noah has been spooking viewers out. A father notices his son appears to be talking to someone in his room.
talking to someone, but his brother's downstairs.
But when he checks, he finds his son just playing a game.
Who are you talking to?
Edward.
Who's Edward?
He's right there.
The son claims he's talking to someone called Edward, but that's when something truly eerie is caught on camera.
Who's Edward?
He's right there.
Nope. Nope, nope, nope.
A card suddenly flips up into the air.
He's right there.
Nope. Nope, nope, nope.
Children are often thought to be more sensitive to the paranormal, much like pets, as we saw in the previous segment. Many believe that kids have a heightened awareness that allows them to perceive things adults can't. So could this child's imaginary friend really be a ghost? For now, the answer will have to remain a mystery.
Who are you talking to?
Edward.
Who's Edward?
He's right there.
Nope. Nope, nope.
Homeowner Della D, known on social media as Della Dawson, recently experienced a chilling encounter in the early hours of the morning. At 4:16 AM, her Ring doorbell security system captured unsettling footage of an unknown woman at the front door. The mysterious visitor is behaving oddly, peering through the glass door into the home as if searching for something or someone. This continues for some time. Della, who slept through the entire incident, was alarmed when she reviewed the footage the following morning. The woman was a complete stranger and Della had never seen her around the neighborhood before. The eerie encounter has left her feeling uneasy and she shared the video online as a warning to others to remain vigilant. A chilling photo has emerged, revealing the moment a hiker unknowingly passed what appears to be a night marcher demon in a haunted forest in Hawaii. This haunting image was captured during a lunar eclipse, a time often linked with paranormal activities, adding an eerie layer to the strange encounter. Marathon runner Kay and her friend Cassie were traversing the trails of a Hawaiian rainforest when the unsettling incident occurred. Kay was running, with Cassie acting as her pacer and support, taking photos along the way. It wasn't until they later shared the photos with friends and family that they noticed the dark, haunting figure lurking near Kay in one of the pictures. The image, which shows the shadowy entity to the left of Kay's head, quickly gained attention online, particularly on Reddit, where Kay first uploaded it. The figure was not visible to Kay or Cassie during their run, and there was no statues or structures along the trail that could explain the apparition. The image gets even stranger when you look at the live view. Whatever it is, it appears out of nowhere. Adding to the terror, Kay experienced a sudden excruciating pain in her right leg during the fourth lap, causing her to stop and cry hysterically. She described it as an out-of-body experience, compelling her to quit the race, a first in her long-running career. After notifying the organisers, Kay and Cassie returned to their Airbnb. While scrolling through the photos, they noticed the bizarre figure, prompting them to research the area. Their investigation led them to the legend of the Night Marchers, ghosts of ancient Hawaiian warriors. According to Hawaiian mythology, night marches or spirit ranks are deadly ghosts of ancient tribal Hawaiian warriors. These spectral entities are said to be the vanguard for a sacred king, chief, or chiefess. They emerge from burial sites or rise from the ocean on nights honouring the Hawaiian gods Kane, Ku, Lono, or Kanaloa, marching in large groups to ancient battle sites or sacred places. They carry spears, clubs, and blow conch shells, announcing their march while their feet never touch the ground. Night marches are believed to be highly dangerous. Ancient Hawaiian beliefs state that any mortal who looks upon them will die violently. It's said that the only way to avoid harm is to lie motionless face down, showing respect, or to have an ancestor among the marchers who will call out "Nā ui," meaning mine in Hawaiian, sparing the mortal. Kay's encounter during the lunar eclipse, combined with the legendary lore, left her and many online users deeply unnerved. Some Reddit commenters described the image as the creepiest thing they've ever seen. So, what do you think's been caught in this truly unsettling image? Could it really be a night marcher? Love to hear your thoughts on this one in the comments down below.
Y'all gonna get some dog content.
For years, TikTok user Lenduran Deary has been collecting vintage dolls, but recently things have taken a bizarre turn. In a series of unsettling uploads, she claims some of her prized possessions may be haunted. What began as a simple hobby has spiraled into an eerie situation that's left her followers questioning whether the dolls are truly possessed. In one of her viral clips, the user is seen driving with one of the dolls sitting quietly in the back seat.
The doll is back with us. Not the one that was stolen, but the one that we managed to wash our hands of by giving away.
But as she talks to the camera, viewers notice something chilling.
I had to drive 20 minutes away and come pick up this damn doll, and I never, ever, ever wanted to put this doll in my car. Ever. The only time it's ever been in my car is when I picked it up for the very first time.
The doll begins to shift, blink, and move as if it were alive.
She maybe passed early and was just confused on how to pass over, like cross over. So she had this little girl in my mind. I'm thinking it's a little girl. I'm saying, like, we'll take care of you. We'll take care of your doll. We'll make sure nothing ever happens to the doll. La 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 la.
This particular doll had been given away to family members, only to be returned after strange events occurred.
Don't hurt us. We'll take care of you.
According to the family, their young granddaughter reported that the doll moved on its own, fell out of chairs, turned its head and looked at her, and even blinked at her. Even the girl's grandfather experienced eerie phenomena, claiming he felt an invisible force touch his shoulder. Disturbed by the occurrences, the family returned the doll, leaving the user anxious and frightened about its return.
And I hope the little girl's not traumatized enough where she doesn't want to play with dolls anymore. Like, that's what I hope. Like, I hope whatever's attached to this doll wasn't naughty enough that it has scarred a little girl. Like, that's what I hope.
She now believes the doll may be haunted by a malevolent entity, possibly the spirit of a little girl attached to it.
But we're like, it's a little girl. Like, she maybe passed early and was just confused on how to pass over, like cross over. So she attached herself to the one thing she loves, her doll.
Here's a compilation the user uploaded that shows many of the dolls moving, seemingly of their own accord. Here we see one of the cabinets that houses some of the dolls. The user says it gets unnaturally cold. And here, more strange activity can be seen caught on camera.
You good? Baby?
In later clips, she shares more disturbing evidence. One video shows security footage from her home where a curtain moves mysteriously in an empty room. Alarmed, she called the police, believing someone had broken into the house. However, the officers found no intruder, leaving the user more convinced than ever that something supernatural's at play. In another strange incident, the user reveals that several of her dolls were stolen the night before a yard sale.
To the thief that stole these dolls out of the yard sale at 3 o'clock this morning, you're going to regret it. They're haunted.
She warns the thieves that they may have taken more than they bargained for, hinting that the dolls' haunted nature might cause them trouble.
Okay, I put them in this glass hutch to try and contain whatever was attached to them, and it got so cold that it fogged up. Enjoy. No takesies backsies.
With countless TikTok followers intrigued and terrified by the footage, the question remains, are these dolls truly haunted? Or is something else going on here? Regardless, the user's growing collection continues to capture the attention of those fascinated by the paranormal. A recent Instagram post by the account The Confessional Podcast has stirred up quite the buzz among internet sleuths and enthusiasts of the paranormal. The video, dated March 29, 2024, originates from Chalatenango, El Salvador, showcasing what appears to be routine security camera footage of a backyard. But watch what happens. A peculiar-looking entity walks through the yard, before abruptly vanishing from sight. What sets this entity apart is its disproportionate features, notably a conspicuously large head atop a diminutive body. Speculation runs rife among observers, with many positing the possibility of encountering a skinwalker, a malevolent force said to be capable of shapeshifting into or possessing animal forms. While this theory remains unconfirmed, it certainly fuels the imagination and curiosity surrounding the mysterious footage. Regrettably, the context surrounding the video remains sparse, leaving investigators grasping for elusive answers. As a result, the bizarre nature of the sighting persists, leaving it relegated to the realms of speculation. Until further evidence surfaces, the true nature of the entity remains shrouded in mystery, serving as a haunting reminder to remain vigilant, even within the confines of one's own backyard. Sticking with the eerie playground sightings, this next spine-chilling clip was uploaded by TikTok user Destination Weird, and it's left viewers scratching their heads. The video begins with a homeowner noticing something odd in the park opposite their apartment. One of the swings is moving back and forth, seemingly all by itself. The swing's unsettling motion catches the attention of a woman passing by. The swing begins moving again, almost as if it has a mind of its own. Moments later, another passerby, a jogger this time, sees the swing in motion once again. Clearly spooked, he flees the area. The video has sparked a flurry of comments and theories. Some viewers speculate that it could just be a cleverly staged prank, while others believe there might be something more supernatural at play. The repeated, unexplained motion of the swing has led many to wonder if this could be evidence of a ghostly presence in the old playground. So is this just a well-executed hoax, or could there be something more unsettling behind the mysterious swing? Love to hear your thoughts on this one in the comments down below. TikTok user Mildred Nava, known by the username Dreadlim21, recently shared a chilling video that's left viewers scratching their heads. Captured on February 5th, 2024 at 9:40 AM, the footage was initially meant to be a simple recording of her dog playing on her bed. However, something far more unsettling was incidentally caught in the background. Take a look. At first, it's easy to miss, but when you slow the footage down, you can see a face at the back of the room. The mysterious figure is visible for just a split second before the camera pans back, revealing nothing but an empty space. Mildred, who had no intention of capturing anything unusual, was left completely unnerved by the strange discovery. To this day, she has no idea what was caught on camera, leaving viewers to speculate about possible explanations. So what do you think's been caught on camera here? Love to hear your thoughts down below. In a strange and unexpected twist in the ongoing Russia-Ukraine conflict, Ukrainian soldiers are now claiming to have encountered a disc-shaped UFO on the battlefield. The sighting, which occurred in early March 2024, was reportedly captured by the 406th Battalion of the Ukraine Armed Forces, using a reconnaissance drone equipped with thermal vision.
Охренеть, ни хрена. Что это за херня такая? Это тарелка по-любому.
блядь.
По-любому. А ну приблизь еще. На месте стоит, ты ж бачишь.
На месте, блядь.
А в теплак
The footage shows an oblong-shaped craft hovering in the air, leaving soldiers baffled as they question what the mysterious object could be.
Что это за херня такая? Это тарелка по-любому.
блядь.
По-любому. А ну приблизь еще. На месте стоит, ты ж бачишь.
На месте, блядь.
А в теплак ничего не стоит?
The sighting has left many wondering if this could be some form of cutting-edge technology deployed in the conflict, or if it might be something more otherworldly. Adding to the mystery, more footage of unidentified flying objects has emerged from the region. In early August 2024, witnesses caught footage of fast-moving UFO orbs in a conflict zone during Ukraine's incursion into Russia. In this footage, a fighter jet can be seen zipping by. But when the footage is slowed down, two dark orbs appear in the sky, moving at incredible speeds. These sightings have sparked widespread speculation, with theories ranging from advanced military drones to extraterrestrial activity. The presence of such unidentified objects in a war zone raises more questions than answers, leaving both military experts and the public alike to wonder, what exactly are these strange objects?
Охренеть, ни хрена. Что это за херня такая? Это тарелка по-любому. По-любому. А ну приблизь еще. На месте стоит, ты ж бачишь.
На месте, блядь.
А в теплак ничего не стоит? Что ты?
A mysterious flood at a Titanic exhibit in suburban Chicago in late June 2024 has left museum officials baffled. The Volvo Museum's $6 million Titanic exhibit, just over a year old, was temporarily closed after being submerged during recent storms in the area. The flood, captured on surveillance video, eerily mirrors scenes from the famous Titanic movie. The Volvo Museum, known for its history of paranormal activity, experienced its first flood in over 40 years. Despite thorough inspections, museum officials found no broken pipes, roof leaks, or other apparent entry points for such a large amount of water. The building's concrete floor perimeter was dry, showing no signs of cracks or holes, making the flood a complete mystery. The eerie part is the flood appeared to start under a 1912 Renault French concept car, a pivotal piece in the exhibit. This car is one of only 2 ever produced. The other rests at the bottom of the ocean, having gone down with the Titanic. The flood prompted the museum to temporarily close the exhibit to protect and preserve its historic content. As of now, however, officials have no way of explaining this large volume of water, and the incident remains a complete mystery. Worshippers in Ohio have been left astonished by what they believe to be a miraculous event involving the International Pilgrim Virgin statue of Our Lady of Fatima. This statue, which has been revered for over 75 years and has travelled to more than 100 countries, allegedly blinked while on display at the Basilica of St. John the Baptist in Canton in August 2nd, 2024.
Here they are side by side, one with eyes open, the other closed, while the statue was on display at the Basilica of St. John the Baptist in Canton Friday.
The incident occurred as the statue made its way across the region as part of a tour. Witnesses claim to have seen the statue's eyes close and then open, a moment that was captured in photographs. The photos quickly spread, causing a stir among the faithful who view this as a miraculous sign. The statue, considered by many to be the closest likeness of the apparition of the Virgin of Mary in Fatima, Portugal in 1917, has a long history of being associated with miraculous events. The Virgin Mary apparition in 1917 was reportedly witnessed by 3 children in Fatima, Portugal, who claimed to have seen the Lady of Rosary 6 times. The most famous of these events, the Miracle of the Sun, saw tens of thousands of people gather to witness what was described as the sun dancing and moving erratically in the sky. This event was later deemed worthy of belief by the Catholic Church, leading to the creation of the statue. Over the years, many who have visited the statue have reportedly experienced medical miracles, including instances of healing from serious ailments. The recent event in Ohio has only added to the statue's reputation, with some believers interpreting the blinking as a sign or warning consistent with other miraculous occurrences linked to the statue. The statue will continue its tour across Ohio before moving on to Wisconsin and Minnesota. As it continues its journey, the faithful will undoubtedly be watching closely for further signs of the divine. TikToker Soy Julio Lopez recently shared an eerie piece of home security footage sent to him by one of his viewers. The CCTV footage, believed to have been captured in Azua, Dominican Republic, shows a spine-chilling scene that's left many viewers unsettled. In the middle of the night, the footage reveals a woman in a nightgown walking all alone down an alleyway. While this is unsettling in itself, a closer inspection reveals something even more disturbing. She doesn't appear to have a face. The legend of La Ciguapa, a well-known Dominican folklore, might offer some clues to this mysterious sighting. La Ciguapa is described as a beautiful yet terrifying creature resembling a woman with long dark hair. She's said to roam the mountains and forests, particularly in places like the Cotobanamia National Park near La Romana. Known for only coming out at night, La Ciguapa has a reputation for sneaking into villages to steal food, an act seen as an unlucky omen. However, her more sinister reputation comes from her ability to lure wandering men, who are never seen again. One of the most distinctive and eerie features of La Ciguapa is her backward-facing feet, which make her movements difficult to track. This peculiar characteristic is what makes this footage particularly intriguing. Upon re-watching the clip, some viewers have noted something strange about the woman's feet. So could this footage be a rare capture of the infamous La Ciguapa? The mysterious figure, faceless and possibly with reversed feet, aligns closely with the descriptions from Dominican folklore. While some viewers speculate it could be a prank or a coincidence, others believe it might be genuine evidence of the supernatural.
The demon!
A curious piece of footage was recently submitted to our Slaptam subreddit by one of our followers, Punkin Man, and it's left many scratching their heads. The video, captured on a local church's CCTV system, reveals something quite strange. In the clip, a group of children can be seen playing in the church's rec room, when suddenly something eerie happens. Take a look.
Watch, John. Are you watching the same? It's not moving. No. Oh, no. Watch.
A pool cue begins to move all on its own.
Watch, John. Watch.
It hurts so bad.
As if the movement isn't eerie enough, this happens.
It's still moving! It's still moving, y'all! It's still moving! It's still moving!
If it floats in the air, it goes from the child and a freak out.
For years, those connected to the church have whispered about strange occurrences within the building. Some have reported objects mysteriously moving on their own, while others claim to have heard unexplainable noises echoing through the empty halls. The footage seems to lend credence to these tales, leaving many to wonder if the church is truly haunted. However, not everyone's convinced. While some viewers are quick to attribute the incident to paranormal activity, others suspect that the children might be playing a prank. Still, the way the cue breaks so suddenly has left even skeptics feeling uneasy. So what do you think? Is it just a clever trick played by the kids, or does the footage show something more mysterious at work?
It's still moving, y'all!
This next video comes from TikTok user Win McPix, who reports experiencing some genuinely unsettling events inside of his home. He decided to document the occurrences with his phone camera to share with his followers.
The door won't stop knocking, and there's nobody there. This door keeps banging.
According to him, he's been hearing some strange knocking noises on his door, but every time he checks, there's no one there. Take a look what he's caught on camera.
I'm home alone. I'm hearing my own voice upstairs. The door won't stop knocking, and there's nobody there. This door keeps banging.
He checks the door, but there's no one there.
Nobody's there. Go away! Ooh, that was right over my shoulder. Who's...
The video takes a chilling turn when he ventures upstairs.
I know what you're doing. It's not scaring me. It's not scaring anybody else. You need to leave now.
All kinds of banging can be heard. As if all of this activity isn't spooky enough, suddenly this happens.
This again. Okay. All right, if you're gonna play these games all night, I'm not gonna play. I'm not doing this.
An eerie shadow figure appears, walking through the bedroom before vanishing just seconds later. Remarkably, the uploader says he didn't notice the figure until after he uploaded the footage.
And now I hear the bathroom water on. Good grief. Get out!
Rewatching the video and realizing there was something or someone in the house with him must have been utterly terrifying. The question, however, remains, is this house haunted, or is it all just a bit of fun? The truth remains to be seen.
Not doing this.
A recent Facebook video has captivated viewers with its mysterious and unexplained sighting. The footage captures a race inside a sports centre where 3 contestants sprint towards the finish line. However, the ordinary scene takes a bizarre turn that's left viewers truly baffled. A 4th runner suddenly appears, seemingly materialising out of nowhere. Reviewing the footage confirms that he was not visible earlier in the race. Despite numerous theories and speculations, the sudden appearance of the 4th runner remains unexplained, continuing to intrigue and perplex viewers. Redditor XNEX recently shared this clip to our Slapped Ham subreddit. Take a look and see if you can spot anything strange. Watching that again, as the dancers perform their routine, a misty, ghost-like figure can be seen in the background. It's only visible for a split second before disappearing. The group seen in the clip is Rise, a South Korean boy band that made its musical debut with the single album Get a Guitar on the 4th of September 2023. After watching the clip, several Redditors tried to explain the bizarre anomaly, with some suggesting it might just be some steam or smoke. However, the human-like appearance of the shape seemed to have others searching for a more paranormal answer. Has this music video inadvertently captured a ghost on camera? Watch the clip one more time and let me know in the comments down below. YouTuber Sunny Vater, renowned for documenting bizarre sightings in the Canadian wilderness, has shared another intriguing clip that's captivated his loyal following. Known for posting videos of strange and unusual events in rugged and remote areas, Sunny Vater has become a central figure for those curious about the possibility of Sasquatch being a genuine yet undiscovered species. In early June 2024, Sunny posted a new video that sparked intense speculation. According to Sunny, in the early morning hours of May 30th, 2024, a truck driver was picking up equipment near the Sunchild First Nation Reservation, northwest of Rocky Mountain House, Alberta, Canada, when he spotted a large, upright beast standing on the edge of a rural industrial site. Luckily, the truck's dash cam was rolling. Take a look at what it's caught. The trucker reportedly didn't notice the creature until he was out of his vehicle and walking towards the equipment he was supposed to load. Upon seeing the beast, he quickly retreats to his truck and drives off the site. The estimated height of the beast is between 11 and 13 feet tall. Workers have since placed remote cameras around the site, promising more updates soon. Canada has a rich history of Sasquatch sightings, with many reports dating back centuries. The term Sasquatch is derived from the Coast Salish word Saskets, meaning wild man or hairy man. Indigenous folklore and oral traditions have long spoken of large bipedal creatures that roam the forests and mountains of the Pacific Northwest. These stories describe the Sasquatch as a mysterious and elusive being, often seen but rarely captured. Throughout the years, there have been numerous reports and sightings of Sasquatch across Canada. British Columbia in particular is a hotspot for these sightings, with hundreds of accounts from credible witnesses. The dense forests and remote wilderness areas provide an ideal habitat for a creature that seeks to avoid human contact. Despite the many sightings and pieces of anecdotal evidence, however, modern science is yet to recognise Sasquatch as a real species. Skeptics argue that there's a lack of physical evidence, such as bones or DNA samples, to support the existence of such a creature. However, enthusiasts like Sonny Vader and his followers remain undeterred. They believe that the vast unexplored regions of the Canadian wilderness could easily hide a creature like Sasquatch. The latest sighting near the Sunchild First Nation Reservation adds another chapter to this ongoing mystery. As remote cameras have been placed around the site, the anticipation for further evidence continues to build. So what do you think? Could this latest sighting be proof of the elusive Sasquatch, or is it another case of mistaken identity? In the realm of urban exploration, Adventures Jassim, better known as the Dark 79 on YouTube, has carved out a niche for himself by delving into the abandoned properties scattered throughout the Middle East, with a particular focus on Saudi Arabia. Armed only with his camera, he fearlessly navigates the eerie landscapes of forgotten structures, capturing the haunting beauty of decay.
Bismillah. Bismillah. أعوذ بكلمات الله التامات من شر ما خلق.
Glancing over his channel, there are hundreds of explorations. Many of which capture some rather chilling encounters.
لا إله إلا الله. أعوذ بكلمات الله التامات من شر ما خلق. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. لا إله إلا الله. أعوذ بكلمات الله التامات من شر ما خلق.
Among his many expeditions, one video stands out for its spine-chilling content. In this particular exploration, Jassim finds himself in an old, dilapidated house. As he wanders through the desolate rooms, the atmosphere grows increasingly tense, setting the stage for a truly unsettling encounter. It's when Jassim passes by a clothes line that the inexplicable occurs. His camera catches a fleeting glimpse of a ghostly face. But when he looks again, there's no one there. As the video spreads across the internet, speculation runs rampant. Some skeptics dismiss it as a cleverly crafted prank, while others entertain the possibility of a genuine encounter with the supernatural.
Hi guys.
Shabazz Ali, a 30-year-old chemistry teacher from Blackburn, UK, has gained considerable attention online for his sharp critiques of excessive wealth displays on social media.
And once you're done being rich all day, in the evening you can party on a yacht. Cause who doesn't like to party on a yacht? Well, you don't. Cause you're Paul.
However, it's his experiences at his day job that are drawing a different kind of attention. Working late at a school that's over 450 years old, Shabazz has encountered a series of eerie and inexplicable events, like hearing strange noises and witnessing lights flickering without any apparent cause.
Ever since I've been working and staying at work till late, so this is till about 7ish, there's some weird things going on. I hear weird noises or just lights flicker.
In a recent viral clip, Shabazz begins filming after hearing one of these inexplicable noises.
Yep. But it sounded like something weird. Yeah, it is. It's the book, isn't it? So this happens a lot. The books go from the shelves to the floor. From the shelf to the floor.
A book suddenly falls off a shelf.
It's just a joke. If there was a proper ghost, you'd give me a clear sign.
This incident has sparked a flurry of reactions from viewers, with some suggesting it's a prank or coincidence, while others believe it could be genuine paranormal activity. Adding to the mystery, a fellow teacher commented on the video sharing similar experiences of strange occurrences at another old school in the area. This teacher mentioned hearing whistling, footsteps, and doors opening and shutting by themselves. These accounts have led many to wonder if Shabaz's school, with its centuries-old history, could indeed be haunted.
It's just a joke. If there was a proper ghost, you'd give me a clear sign.
Over on TikTok, a user known as Gordon Gears Motor posted a video to his account that's been the talk of the horror community for the last few weeks, garnering 24 million views in just 6 days. The video was filmed in the dead of night and shows Gordon pointing his camera outside and recording a pole that's right in front of him. However, it looks like there's something perched atop of the pole. Gordon asks if anyone knows what this could be. Many commenters said it looks like a duende. A duende is a humanoid figure of folklore with variations from Iberian, Ibero-American, and Latin American cultures, comparable to dwarves, gnomes, or even leprechauns. The most likely theory, however, is that this is just a classic case of pareidolia, which I'm sure you've all heard me define a million times already. But as always, I'll throw this one over to you, the viewers, for final judgment. What's your take on this curious piece of footage? A chilling story has recently emerged from a young woman who goes by the username Ricelaw, a real estate photographer who encountered a terrifying situation while on the job. While taking photos for a new rental listing, she began to notice some unsettling details about the property and its occupants.
So I took pictures of this house, and this guy was following me around like the whole time. Which isn't unusual, but he was a little bit strange, and there was like 6 people living in this house, and it's a hoarder house.
The house, which was occupied by 6 renters, had an unusual number of locks on the front door.
But I also noticed they have like 3 locks on the door, and then down here they have locks. And then going up here...
Adding to her discomfort was the presence of a home security camera positioned directly facing one of the bedroom doors, a setup that struck her as odd.
They have a camera, and it's facing this door. Anyway.
But the situation took a dark turn when one of the renters, a man who emerged from a room, made a disturbing comment. Take a listen.
A roommate comes out of this door, and he asks them if he should lock the door and kidnap me. And I said, immediately, people know where I am. And then he laughed and said, no one would ever hear from you again. Bro, I did not even finish this house. I immediately left. I was like, nope, dipped.
Shaken, the photographer quickly left the house and later shared her experience in a TikTok video. The video gained significant attention, but shortly after posting, she mysteriously disappeared from the platform. A year later, she resurfaced, revealing that the police had become involved and that the situation had been apparently resolved. However, she never disclosed what exactly happened during that time, leaving the incident eerily undisclosed. The cryptic nature of her disappearance and the unresolved details surrounding the event have left many wondering what truly transpired in that unsettling house.
A roommate comes out of this door, and he asks them if he should lock the door and kidnap me. And I said, immediately, people know where I am. And then he laughed and said, no one would ever hear from you again.
In a chilling incident, CCTV footage appears to show the moment a poltergeist scares 2 women in Erie, Pennsylvania. The bizarre footage shared by Facebook user George Luis Cruz Molina has left his followers thoroughly spooked. The video features George's wife Liz tattooing a client in their studio. But watch what happens.
What happened? The table just moved. What the f*** you mean the table just moved?
A trolley full of tattoo supplies mysteriously moves all on its own.
What happened? The table just moved.
As the two women look around the room, puzzled by the inexplicable movement, something even more unnerving occurs.
What do you mean? I swear to God. Hell no!
A chair slides across the floor.
Hell no!
This eerie sequence has led many to speculate about the possibility of genuine poltergeist activity being caught on camera. So could this be proof of the supernatural, or is there a more rational explanation for this bizarre occurrence? The footage continues to intrigue and terrify those who watch it, leaving everyone questioning the true nature of events.
What do you mean? I swear to God. Hell no!
This video, which appears to be an excerpt of some security camera footage, was posted to TikTok by user DailyUTLRPD. The description mentions that it was captured in the middle of nowhere at an undisclosed facility. Take a look at what the camera's captured. The strange figure is only visible for a few seconds before we see a security guard emerge from the office to check it out. Then it appears as though the strange figure ascends into the sky in a rather ghost-like manner. The guard even seems to witness the bizarre incident and quickly returns to his office. As there's little information provided along with this video, it's difficult to know what it's really showing. The figure's appearance and disappearance certainly seems strange, but without further context, it's hard to know just who or what it is. So as always, we'll throw this one over to you, the viewers, for final judgment. Was a ghost really caught on camera? Or is the figure's mysterious movements merely a trick of light and shadow? Love to hear your theories on this one down below. Over on TikTok, a user by the name Pink86 is turning heads with some eerie yet oddly heartwarming content straight from the halls of a hospital. In a series of videos, this account documents encounters with a purported spirit in the Phoenix Children's Hospital in downtown Phoenix, Arizona. In the first clip, a young girl engages in what can only be described as a supernatural Q&A session. As she poses questions to the alleged spirit, the tap mysteriously activates, seemingly in response.
It's motion sensor. There's no one over there. Okay, do it one more time.
Do it one more time, please.
While most people would recoil at such an encounter, the girl appears delighted by the interaction, adding a curious twist to the eerie proceedings.
Okay. One last time.
At one point, the mum even shows that the tap doesn't easily activate by motion.
And just for show, let's see if it comes on right here. I'm right here.
Nothing.
In one particularly eerie moment, the pair attempt to guess the alleged entity's age.
Are you 5? Are you 6? 7?
8.
9? You're 9? You're 9 years old?
Later, they try and find out a name for the purported spirit.
Does your name start with a A? Does your name start with a B?
I want to do the question ask.
Okay.
Is it Bianca?
That's a weird name.
Thankfully, the spirit, affectionately dubbed Bianca, seems to harbour no ill intentions towards the hospital's young inhabitants or their guardians. In subsequent videos, things turn even more strange. While on a video call with her dad, the young girl asks if the presence can flicker the lights.
So, can you flicker the lights or no?
Did you see that?
Watching that again, it is subtle, but if you look closely, the lights do indeed flicker.
Wait, so can you flicker the lights or no?
Did you see that?
This is one of the last videos featuring this encounter, and audiences have been left with more questions than answers. In a subsequent update, the mum said they were taken out of the room for a medical scan and never returned, so they have no way of knowing what was actually happening. So, if you ever find yourself at the Phoenix Children's Hospital, be prepared for the possibility of more than just medical treatment. You might just make friends with a friendly spirit named Bianca.
Your eyes are green?
This next eerie piece of footage has been going viral over on Instagram. It was uploaded by Vats Mono. This motorbike rider is going for an evening ride through Delhi in India when suddenly something quite eerie happens. Did you spot it? When reviewing the helmet cam footage, you can see the shadow of what appears to be an additional rider just at the back. The creepy thing is, the rider is all alone. So is this just a trick of perspective, or are we witnessing something genuinely paranormal here? Share your theories with one another in the comments down below. A peculiar story has been circulating this past week following the intense Northern Lights display on October 10th and 11th, 2024. The Aurora Borealis, triggered by a severe geomagnetic storm, mesmerised people across North America. However, in the days that followed, something strange caught the attention of many on TikTok. Bizarre lights darting through the sky alongside the Northern Lights, witnessed by people across the continent. This first clip, uploaded by Pierce Family Videos, shows blurry footage of strange lights moving erratically in the sky.
This is nuts. Like, we are literally... Oh, stop right now.
While it's hard to make out clearly, the sighting piqued interest as other witnesses soon shared similar footage. This next clip, posted by Dobelife1, provides a sharper look at these strange lights. Another sighting, captured by user StormyXE, appears slightly different. Some viewers speculated that these lights might simply be spotlights cutting through the grey clouds and not related to the other sightings. Adding to the mystery, however, a sighting from Luco 23 in Alaska shows lights zipping through the sky at incredible speed. What makes these sightings even more eerie are the reports from residents waking up without reason during the display, many of them around 2 or 3 a.m, the exact time these strange lights were observed. It wasn't just a North American phenomenon either. In Mexborough, England, TikTok user Big Chrissy Zero captured similar lights in the night sky.
Look at it. Just look at it. Yeah, well, what the heck is that?
This final clip comes from user The Scattered Artist, who posted a hauntingly strange photo of the lights, further fueling speculation online.
While we were out taking the pictures, my daughter-in-law caught this in one of her pictures, and we didn't even notice it at first. You can clearly see it's behind the trees. All the other stars are round. I don't know what this thing is.
So what exactly are these mysterious lights dancing among the Aurora Borealis? While many are quick to point to aliens, the truth remains unclear. Whatever the case, these sightings have sparked a new wave of curiosity and debate across social media. A recent video clip has left both paranormal enthusiasts and skeptics scratching their heads. Hikers in Brazil claim to have captured footage of 2 towering 10-foot tall creatures that they believe are aliens. The strange encounter occurred on a hilltop in Ilha do Mel, a picturesque destination known for its natural beauty. Sarah Dillette, an eyewitness from Brasilia, was spending a day outdoors with her family when she spotted these peculiar figures. In the footage, which has since gone viral on social media platforms like X and Instagram, the elongated beings can be seen standing on a hilltop. What makes this sighting particularly mystifying is Dillette's assertion that reaching this part of the hilltop was seemingly impossible. Despite Dillette's conviction that she witnessed aliens, not everyone's convinced. Social media users have joined the discussion, offering alternative explanations. Some X-users speculated that the figures resembled inflatable objects commonly found at car washes, while others suggested that they might be hikers equipped with walking poles. The video has sparked a lively debate, with some clamoring for clearer, high-definition footage of these alleged alien encounters. This next creepy piece of CCTV footage comes from Facebook user Joe Mark Tindor Lau, and has left viewers both baffled and spooked. The footage, taken inside a motorbike dealership, shows an employee heading to the front door, seemingly to greet a customer. There's no one there, yet the employee is acting as if she's engaging in a full conversation. 2 other employees soon walk over, curious to see who she's talking to. Suddenly, she collapses in shock. This eerie incident isn't an isolated one. Recently, a slew of clips have surfaced online showing people talking to thin air, often caught on security camera. The unsettling trend has sparked speculation across social media. Are these viral clips just copycat hoaxes? Or could these people actually be talking to spirits or the dead? The mystery remains unsolved, leaving many to wonder if something supernatural is truly at play.
said it's not the hotel that's haunted, it's the graveyard.
A chilling video uploaded by TikTok user Jenna Snow has sent shivers through social media, showcasing strange activity inside the Continental Inn, a historic hotel located along the infamous Stony Plain Road in Edmonton, Canada. Known for its eerie history, the area has long been associated with ghostly sightings after an ancient Indigenous graveyard was disturbed during construction in the early 20th century. Over the years, travellers and locals have reported seeing strange apparitions, including pale old men standing alongside the road, staring silently at passing cars in the dead of night. In her video, Jenna captures some haunting moments from the hotel's security feed while working the night shift, with Tim, the hotel's night auditor. The two had been discussing the inn's long-standing paranormal stories when the cameras picked up something truly unsettling. Take a look.
Oh. So this service road here where Danny and I used to park, that's the old Stony Plain Road? Do you really think when they dug up all the bodies here, that was a good one, moved them over to the graveyard?
Viewers can see a misty figure drifting down the hallway.
Do you really think when they dug up all the bodies here, that was a good one, moved them over to the graveyard?
This second clip focuses on a table and chair near a stairwell. At first, a faint mist hovers nearby. Without warning, the chair shifts on its own, as if an unseen force is interacting with it. With no one else present in the area, the footage has viewers questioning whether the Continental Inn is home to more than just weary travellers. In this final piece of footage, the same misty figure makes another appearance, this time with greater clarity.
What's up?
Oh yeah, I see it again.
Yeah, let's try and sit in the chair. Sometimes he'll stay there for a minute.
He is. How do you know this?
The figure floats through the hallway before seemingly sitting down in a chair.
What's up?
Oh yeah, I see it again.
Yeah, let's try and sit in the chair. Sometimes he'll stay there for a minute.
He is. How do you know this?
The unsettling sight has left many wondering whether the spirit is lingering from a darker chapter of the hotel's history. Tim, who has worked at the Continental Inn for several years, explains that this isn't the first encounter with the ghostly figure. He reveals that in an attempt to dispel paranormal activity, the hotel's owner had called in Indigenous shamans to bless the property. Strangely, the apparitions have only increased since the blessing, as though the spirits were stirred rather than banished. The eerie set of videos struck a personal chord with one commenter who claimed to have stayed at the Continental Inn as a child while undergoing cancer treatment. As a little girl, she often saw ghosts wandering the halls, though her mother brushed off her experiences as childish imagination. Now, years later, this security footage seems to confirm what she witnessed all those years ago, leaving her stunned. The footage has also sparked a lively debate among viewers. Some argue that it's evidence of paranormal activity, perhaps tied to the disturbance of the Indigenous burial ground. Others suggest the figure could be nothing more than a mist or a glitch in the security feed. However, the moving chair and the figure's repeated appearance have convinced many that something supernatural is at play.
What's up?
Oh yeah, I see it again.
Yeah, let's try and sit in the chair. Sometimes he'll stay there for a minute.
He is. How do you know this?
Here's a quick and creepy one from the Facebook page Chilling Scary. A group of friends were hiking on a remote trail in Chile when they took a fun group selfie to remember the day by. However, when they looked at the photo later that night, they were creeped out by what they saw. In between the two women in the bottom left, you can see what appears to be a face. Here it is in black and white, with the contrast turned up. To this day, the group of hikers have no way of explaining this bizarre face. A recent TikTok video posted by a user named Eddie, who goes by the handle Break and Pop, has left the internet buzzing. In the clip, Eddie captures a puzzling scene at a nearby pizza place.
Okay, where is this car that's reflecting on this Boston Pizza window? It's a Corvette C8. I seriously don't see that car anywhere.
An orange sports car is clearly reflected in the restaurant's window.
What?
Yet the car itself is nowhere to be seen.
Hello, where's that car? Where is this car?
Eddie's confusion is palpable as he tries to make sense of the situation.
Hello, where's that car? Where is this car?
By all logical accounts, the car should be present, given its reflection is visible in the window. However, after zooming out to show the entire expansive parking lot, it becomes evident the vehicle is missing.
I seriously don't see that car anywhere. Where's that car?
The video cuts off with the mystery unresolved, leaving viewers to speculate and debate. Theories are flying, and Eddie is eager to hear what others think. Drop your thoughts and theories in the comments down below. Where do you think the orange car actually is?
What? Where is that car? Hello, where's that car? Where is this car?
A TikTok video capturing a bizarre sequence of events in a Florida backyard has ignited fervent debates and conspiracy theories about time travel. The video, posted by Alex Charles, shows a man entering a shed on his Airbnb property and seemingly disappearing, only to have an older man emerge days later, sparking claims of a real time traveler caught on camera.
Then the next day, this guy leaves the shed, looks right at the camera like he knows, and he looks noticeably older.
The footage shows a younger man trespassing into the backyard, entering a shed, and never exiting, at least not on camera.
So as you can see, he's wandering around my backyard. I don't know what he's trying to do. He's like thinking like where to go, and he actually ends up going into my shed. So you can see he opens it, goes into the shed. So I'm fast forwarding the time so you can see there's no movement. He never leaves the shed.
Charles, who resides 5 hours away from the property, informs the police.
So I end up calling the police. You can see in the last one, the police coming through the front yard, and then here's the police coming into the backyard. And you can see they literally go inside.
But they reportedly find no evidence of the man inside of the shed.
They come out and he's not there. And I've been watching this backdoor camera the whole entire time, and he never left.
The plot thickens days later when Charles posts a second video showing an older man emerging from the same shed.
And he looks right at the camera too. That guy left my shed.
He suggests that this could be the same person, only significantly aged, hinting at potential time travel.
He noticeably aged. Looks like the same guy, but aged. So him again, and now him. Same facial features, whiter hair. He literally left the same shed. You saw the camera I put before. There was no movement that whole night. Then the next day, this guy leaves the shed, looks right at the camera like he knows, and he looks noticeably older.
TikToker Matty Ice Rants, who initially mocked the story, soon finds himself deeply engrossed.
When I first saw this video, I thought it was just fake. I thought it was a joke. I thought it was some sort of skit. So much so that I stitched it with like a silly little I'm a time traveler thing. But I'm convinced that it's the same guy because they have the same walk, the same mannerisms, the same facial structure. I don't know, I think it's pretty close.
A reverse image search of the older man that exited the shed leads to the discovery of one Stephen A. Miller, a deceased Harvard graduate who resembles the individual in the video and was known for his interest in time travel theories.
I'm gonna need to know everything about Stephen A. Miller.
A quick Google of Stephen A. Miller reveals dozens of Quora posts asking about time travel and its feasibility.
Who's got a Quora profile asking questions about time travel?
According to an online obituary, Miller died in July of 2018. But if you follow the rabbit hole deeper, you can find a post over on Facebook by a man named Dominique Ragu. Dominique wishes farewell to his dear departed friend, Stephen A. Miller. Strangely though, the post is dated July 20th, 2017, exactly a year before Stephen reportedly died.
But this one is dated 2017, saying that he died in 2018.
Further digging reveals that Miller had lived not far from the shed in Florida and had delved into metaphysical theories, including consciousness transference, which he discusses on his old website.
But the shed is located in Florida somewhere. I'm not gonna dox the guy. But Steve also has a previous address of Sarasota, Florida.
This background, combined with his academic credentials, fuels credibility to the time travel speculations swirling online. Adding to the intrigue, some commenters noted a resemblance between the older man that exits the shed and author Stephen King, tying the events to King's 2022 novel Fairy Tale, which involves a portal in a shed leading to another dimension.
My problem, and I'm sure many writers have it, not just newbies like me, is deciding where to start. My first thought was with the shed.
This parallel has led some to speculate whether the entire incident is an elaborate promotional stunt for King's book. As the story gains traction, even making it onto TMZ, the discussions continue to be a hot topic.
And I don't quite understand it. No, I don't believe there's a time travel portal in his shed, but I can't figure out what happened here.
However, the narrative abruptly shifts yet again when Matty Ice, previously a proponent of the time travel theory, suddenly dismisses the entire affair as likely just a mundane drug deal.
I'm no longer convinced that this is a case of time traveler caught on tape, as I am that this is a case of Florida man caught doing what we call a dead drop.
This sudden change in tone prompts further conspiracy theories amongst his followers, with some suggesting that Matty's been coerced into discrediting his own findings, possibly under government pressure. One commenter even said, "Blink twice if you need help."
And it is interesting that on his Quora profile, one of his followers is a CIA operative.
Amidst these wild theories and speculations, the truth remains elusive. Was this a simple case of mistaken identity, a drug deal, a clever viral hoax? Or could it indeed be a genuine instance of time travel?
Leaves my shed. And he looks right at the camera too. That guy left my shed.
As the debate rages on, the line between reality and fiction continues to blur, leaving more questions than answers in this curious viral mystery.
So when the police came in here, they went right here. They looked around, they didn't see anything. There's nowhere else that he could have gone. He came from this way, right here. So he walked around the side here, went to the shed there, and then the guy left coming out of here that way.
And she breaks it in half. It gets very tough.
In recent months, waves of TikTok users have flooded the platform with videos alleging that their produce, particularly fruits and meats, exhibit unnatural and disturbing qualities.
Does something look wrong here? Like, why is it like that?
Hundreds of clips showcase rubbery avocados, watermelon with meat-like textures, and cuts of meat that look suspiciously lab-grown or even fake. It all began a few months ago when several parents uploaded videos showing their recently purchased watermelons looking rubbery and unnatural. One mother at Kiva Body cut up some melon for her kids, who promptly returned it, claiming that something was off.
You gotta bend it so far before it will break.
In her clip, she demonstrates the rubbery texture of the melon.
What's going on with the watermelon this season?
Highlighting the exorbitant prices despite the subpar quality.
They're not going to eat it. They won't eat it. They think it tastes, the texture, it's rubber. What makes a watermelon turn rubbery?
The situation escalated when user Little Miss Enchanted posted a video of her watermelon too. It seems to have an almost meat-like texture. This has raised concerns about genetically modified fruits and vegetables that have proliferated supermarkets in recent years. For decades, the food landscape in America has been scrutinized, with ingredients like high fructose corn syrup creeping into more foods. While it's cheaper and sweeter than regular sugar, high fructose corn syrup is associated with health risks, such as insulin resistance, obesity, type 2 diabetes, and high blood pressure. The flood of bizarre fruit videos continued when user Hunter Keo TV reported that his mother worried their bananas were fake.
But when she opens it and she breaks it in half, it gets very tough.
The video shows doughy, rubber-like bananas.
And when it pulls, it's like it's glue. It's very tight and doughy.
Following this, a slew of similar videos featuring avocados emerged, showing firm, completely unnatural textures. An alarming video by mother Ari Osborne further fueled the controversy. Ari gave her daughter a small bowl of blueberries and later disposed of the leftovers in the garbage disposal.
I take what's left in her little bowl and I put it down.
When she turned on the disposal, it made a strange clinking noise.
And I push the button, it's doing its thing, but there's a clinking and it sounds like something's stuck.
Investigating further, her husband sliced an intact blueberry found in the drain.
My husband cut it in half.
Discovering it appeared to be made of silicon.
Glistening, it's silicone. It's a silicone blueberry.
This incident sparked a range of conspiracy theories about population control, food contamination, and lower quality foods intended to placate the population. While these theories might seem far-fetched, a recent CNBC investigation revealed fraudulent foods are infiltrating American supermarkets. Motivated by economic gain, fraudsters use counterfeits, dilutions, substitutions, and mislabeling to secretly enter the global food market. This not only harms consumer wallets, but also puts public health and safety at risk. Some estimates suggest food fraud affects at least 1% of the global food industry, costing as much as $40 billion a year according to the FDA. The rabbit hole continues with user Joey Wellness exposing the ice cream industry.
Apparently, these ice cream sandwiches from Walmart, this great value brand, doesn't melt.
In his eye-opening video, he shows store-bought ice cream sandwiches that don't melt.
At room temperature overnight to see how long it would take to melt.
Even when left out overnight at room temperature.
For over 13 hours, not a single drop, not a single leak. What kind of ice cream is this?
He claims this is due to mono and diglycerides added to the product, preventing it from melting. Yet another example of highly processed and unnatural ingredients slipping into everyday items on grocery store shelves. This alarming trend isn't isolated to fruits and sweet treats. A wave of videos has surfaced showing what appears to be fake meats. User @BabyFancy04 shows a very unnatural looking fillet of fish.
My finger makes an indent like a sponge, and then I did this. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. I squeeze it as hard as I could, and look, it gets smaller and smaller and smaller. And then watch this.
Be careful with the food you buy. Absorbed the water and went back to original shape.
Water, and it reabsorbed everything, and it's back to normal. That's not fish.
While Life and Times of a Hawaiian Mum prods her chicken.
Here's the chicken.
Revealing that it looks like a rubber prop.
This is boneless, skinless chicken. Does something look wrong here? Like, why is it like that? Look at it. And it's like, it feels like there's skin on it, but it's boneless and skinless. Like, something's wrong.
Finally, user SteadyMummin2 shares a stomach-churning example of chicken meat gone horribly wrong.
Look at this. It's like stringy. You could tell like they strung it together and put it. This is raw. This is not even cooked. The vinegar opened it up this way. This is disgusting. I will never buy this again.
So what's going on with America's fresh produce? Given reports of fraudulent and misleading foods hitting shelves, coupled with the long history of harmful additives like high fructose corn syrup, could fruits and vegetables and even meat now be subject to an alarming decline in quality, or even be entirely fake or manufactured? The evidence shared by concerned consumers points to a growing and disturbing trend that demands further investigation.
Look at this. It's like stringy. You could tell like they strung it together and put it. This is raw. This is not even cooked.
French TikTok user Darkcha has recently become a viral sensation due to a series of unsettling videos documenting alleged paranormal activity in her home. Claiming her residence is haunted by an evil entity, the OP has shared numerous clips showcasing eerie occurrences, from footsteps in the hall to lights flickering without cause. For months, the OP's been experiencing a range of bizarre and terrifying events. She frequently awakens in the middle of the night to the sound of footsteps or doors slamming shut. Feeling paralysed by fear and convinced that her home is haunted, she sought the help from a local priest. She also reached out to her followers for advice and support. She often feels like she's being watched and laughed at by an unseen entity. In one of her first clips, she captures some rather eerie events unfolding. In the second video, she hears some noises coming from a spare room. And that's when suddenly this happens. In a follow-up clip, a rocking horse is seen moving all by itself. And the lights in the home start flickering. Another video captures a series of terrifying events. More and more strange things happen. Even more bizarre events happen as she continues to document her house, camera in hand. In one particularly disturbing update, she investigates eerie growling sounds emanating from her fireplace. What looks like drops of blood appear on the floor. In another clip, her cat is seen growling and acting strangely. One of her final updates shows more inexplicable activity happening, leaving viewers on edge. This series of videos has sparked intense debate among viewers. Some believe it to be some of the most convincing poltergeist footage they've ever seen, while others dismiss it as an elaborate hoax. Skeptics argue that the appearance of the red blood-like substance was too over the top and staged, suggesting that the whole saga might be an ARG, or an alternate reality game. As of now, followers eagerly await any new updates, fearing that something terrible might have happened to the OP. Whether the activity is genuine or a carefully crafted narrative, the chilling footage continues to captivate and terrify audiences worldwide. Last week, we reported on the extraordinary January 2024 jellyfish UFO footage. The clip, allegedly captured by the US military, shows a mysterious object flying over a US base in Iraq. The video was released by renowned ufologist Jeremy Corbell and shows the unidentified object moving over the base for several minutes.
Release military filmed footage, sometimes verified by the Pentagon. That doesn't go unnoticed. There are investigations. My #1 job is to protect sources, even if they don't.
Well, now more strange footage has emerged, this time in Sydney, Australia. Take a look. While it's been suggested this could simply be a cluster of wayward party balloons, this object is definitely comparable to that seen in the Corbell footage. It resembles a jellyfish-like object drifting through the air. So what's going on in our skies? We'll keep a close eye on these sightings and stories and bring you any updates as they come to hand. Well, hey, so that's it, part 2 of the scariest video clips of 2024. As I mentioned, there is a part 1 which you can watch right there. We'll also put a link in the description box down below there if you want to click that. Now let us know in the comment section below, what was the scariest clip of the year for you? We'd love to hear. And that's it for me. I'll see you all next time.